my live stream here on Twitch and lichess.org. What is up, chat room? Online friends. Many of you. We're going to be hosting a Blitz stream playing 5+3 casual here. Mr. Coffee Meister. The Coffee Meister. Day one, it started off really, really well, but it kind of faded, and I was really optimistic in the beginning. It was like a flood of people, and they bought a lot of stuff, but then it just kind of faded and like sort of never picked up again, and a lot of like people just buying like really chintzy little items. So I'm overall disappointed with our results for day one, but it's not a complete disaster. I thought it would be better. We have some furniture that I really want to get rid of, and it did not go because there's some dealers that didn't come that we thought might. There's a lot of estate sales going on at the same time. So there's a lot of competition essentially. It went well to an extent, but I really wanted to move some furniture and some maybe let's see, what do you call it, collector trains and stuff like that, chessboards, and I didn't move as much stuff as we'd hoped. But we have tomorrow, I have 2 more days, kind of 1.5 days more to sell stuff, and tomorrow we're gonna negotiate lower prices on a lot of stuff. So some of these people know, I'm talking about an estate sale that I'm doing, and a lot of people know that typically that's what happens. So, you know, the stuff that doesn't sell the first day, you're forced to go down on the price like the second day. So I'm just hoping I can get rid of this furniture, you know, and I have to like pay to throw it out, because I've got like, you know, I've got over $2,000, $3,000 worth of furniture, which you know, it just has to find the right dealer, the right buyer to sell it, and we'll see. But anyway, guys, it's been a long, taxing day at the estate sale. You're already drunk. Great job, Juicebox. Congratulations. I'm just getting started myself. Yep, I had estate sale today, tomorrow, and Sunday. But Sunday's just like half a day. And my house is just filled with stuff. I think we sold like maybe 15% of the inventory of stuff that we have. All right, but anyway, this is my escape here. You are my escape from reality, chess stream. So we're gonna be playing 5+3 casual. If I have to, I'll go here to get it started with a little warm-up game. Let's play a warm-up game in a lobby. Hello, lobby. Casual, everything's casual. I'm searching for casual. All right, casual. Oh. The Gollum Bridge. So I'm playing 5+3, but all right, we'll take this guy, Checkster. He's actually, dude, come back here. So he's actually playing 5+3 casual. This is the time control that we're supposed to be playing. If you guys would like to, please challenge me to 5+3, and we'll keep it entertaining. I am exhausted. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, and I've been on my feet non-stop since 6:30 a.m. this morning, trying to hawk the items in my house. I'm getting good though. My sales, I think I could have been a salesman, but it was in my blood, because my dad was actually a salesman. He never tried to get me into it, but that was his occupation. So all right, maybe I can become a salesman. I'm already a baseball bat salesman. All right, Juicebox, good to have you here. You're already drunk. Don't get out of control in the chat though, please. There are enough problems with that. 5 weeks till you move to your new Far East country. Oscar is sold. He's supposed to be shipped out by Monday. So here he is though. He can have one last guest appearance on the show. Oscar has a date. He's in the plastic bag. He's suffocating. Help. He has a plastic bag. Keep him fresh, but he's gone on Monday. Oscar Goldman. All right, Checkster playing the old. Actually, this variation is funny. I've had it played against me by a number of players, but it doesn't really have much theory. Oscar and the $6 million man are $6 million man is awaiting payment. This is funny. Actually, Arsenal fan did like a very similar thing against me. But I'm trying to supplement my income by selling my estate on eBay. Anyway, it's going a little slowly. We do what we have to do. We do what we have to do. Because I have to clean out this house, and I have a lot of stuff. It's filled to the brim. Got to pay for the estate people who are working the sale, which is expensive. So, you know, I'm not going to make that much profit after having to pay everybody. It's not easy. It's not easy business. All right, so we're back. I guess I missed knight takes c6 there. No. Someone on sound, what's up with you? How are you doing? Are you home in US of A or on another one of your travels? We got 2 challenges, guys. Please feel free to challenge me. Taking the challenges in order. It's not just subscribers. Someone on sound, Mr. Coffee. DC. BBB. This is just a random guy I challenged to get warmed up here. Checkster. Always check, it might be mate. I like my position, but I'm not sure what to do. You know, this is a common occurrence in chess, I think, but tough decision. Simply attacking my pawn. And all right, go d5. Wow. If e4, he just goes d5. It's like a genius. He's a genius. It's kind of dangerous. Push d pawn from Warnaki. The orange and green chess. Oh, you saw that? You want that, man? I mean, I can mail it to you. It's from the Museum of Science in Boston. They've got it priced at $28. My bedroom? I don't think you can see my bedroom. Not my current one, anyway. You're not going to see too many bedroom. You're not going to see too many bedroom photos there, Bob. There really are no bedrooms. There's only one bedroom. Wasn't my childhood room, Bob. Sorry. I don't want to get you excited. Sorry to break it to you. No. Nope. No, I did not grow up here, man. But it's just a nice fantasy. I'm sure you have lots of fantasies, but that's not true. Alright, but it was somebody's bedroom. Anyway, I have slept in there, if that floats your boat. Anyways, e5. Can I take this? No, that's illegal. I'm distracted. Alright. So, I'm having an estate sale, and the mid-century modern furniture is not moving. So I'm a little bit upset about that. This guy seems pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty fast. Yeah, the furniture, we haven't got the right guys in to buy it. Maybe they were busy or something. They had better sales to go to. The antique guy who was helping set up our sale was optimistic about it, but I'm getting kind of stressed out now. Worried that I can't sell it at all, and I have to get rid of it. So we're going to slash the prices tomorrow. Start wheeling and dealing. Oh my god, that's a rook. That will cost you 1 rook. That was sort of anticlimactic. Somebody at the estate sale asked me, complete amateur, what's the biggest mistake that people make when you're playing chess, you know? And I told him, I think they play too fast. So I'm going to give the lecture again, guys. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. You know, you don't hang a rook with like e7. All right. Anyway, Sunday prices. Yeah, usually they don't have Sunday sales. It's usually like Friday and Saturday. So we're not going to hold out too much for Sunday. Somewhat unsound. Oh man, he's tough. He's tough. Oh, this is going to be hard, guys. As I said, I woke up at 6:30 this morning. It's going to take me a while to get kind of warmed up here. My biggest regret in chess. That's obviously, anybody can tell you that. No. Biggest regret in chess. D5. Grunfeld defense. What are we going to do? Someone on sound. We'll just take him out of book with E3. Warnaki said, was it too stupid to sack the knight on the D file? I'm not sure what you were talking about there. Warnaki, like which position? Brian Warnock. National master from New Hampshire. Long ago. Warnaki. Alright, so C5, bishop C4. Before you push the E-pawn. Well, I mean, I played D5, right? And I wasn't sure what you meant. Like, put my knight on D5, like, just for fun? Lose my knight for a pawn? Is that what you're suggesting? So James said the biggest regret is spending too much time. He's answering in his own question. Spending too much time studying openings. Well, a lot of people are obsessed with openings. They're like opening files. Like Fuchsia. But she's more of a nomenclature expert. A lot of people just spend too much time studying openings. Maybe they enjoy it though, so whatever. Whatever floats your boat. What do you want to get out of chess, you know? Do you want to be a great player? You just want to enjoy the game, whatever pleasure it brings you. These are different chess players, right? We don't have any great chess sets for sale. I have a Star Wars Next Generation chess set. It was close to being bought, and this like lady came up to the people who were gonna buy it, and she was like, "Oh, I think there's another sale like near this one where like there's more chess sets and stuff like that." And I was like, "You gotta be kidding me! These women were gonna buy it, you know?" It's just like, dude, that's just wrong. So the Star Wars chess set, Fantasy of the Crystal. They're like mail away chess sets collected that are actually worth money, but bulky, and it would take me forever to like sell them. I mean, I guess I could sell them on eBay if I have to. Yeah, I mean, I was pissed. They were on the verge of buying a chess set, I swear to God, and this other woman was, you know, I was like, you can't do that, dude. That's just wrong. I can't believe there's another estate sale that has chess sets for sale. Like, what is this chance of that, you know? It's not a common item. And they're like, no, they have a lot of it, the other one. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, there's like a grandmaster living down the road. Or like, what? Exactly, that's right. That's like insane. Like, it's impossible, you know? A collector of chess sets just happens to live down the street from me. That is very hard. That is very hard to believe. All right, so queen takes f3, cd4, cd4, knight d4. That's a problem. What would Petran Pal do here? My teammate, International Master Petran Pal. Never afraid to pull the trigger on g takes f3, even though it weakens my kingside. I would much prefer this pawn to be back on h2. I mean, it may seem like a minor detail, but it's actually a lot more A lot more compact, let's say. Somewhat unsound. How did you do that to me? I played h3. Funny, I would have thought I would have had this position like before in some tournament game or something, but typically when people play queen c7 like someone unsounded, it's like a preamble to say b6 and bishop b7. It's interesting, his combination of queen c7 and bishop g4. The preamble to the Constitution. One of the dumbest things in my life was my English teacher in 12th grade making us, 11th grade, excuse me. My 11th grade honors English teacher making us memorize like lines from Shakespeare. And somewhere at some point we had to memorize the preamble to the Constitution. I mean, that is the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Like, that's education, like making kids memorize stuff to repeat it in class so you can forget it like a week later. Like, that has got to be like the dumbest, the single dumbest like idea for education I've ever heard. But it was fun. Anyway, I'm just all over the place. It helps with oratory skills. Oratory skills. Yeah, we could do the teleprompter like Donald Trump. We could improve our teleprompting skills to become president at a later date. Are you kidding me? Who needs to memorize stuff? That's ridiculous. Wow, Chess Lad, subscriber, yo. Welcome. Everybody, there's no like preference for subscribers today in terms of challenges. It's Friday. I like to open it up so that anybody with an established rating and challenging me to 5+3 casual can get a game. I'm apologizing in advance if I don't play well here, especially in the beginning of the stream, because I'm like brain fried. I've been working since 6:30 this morning on this estate sale. So, well, at least I woke up at 6:30, started working at 7:30, but it's pretty grueling. Every real chess player has to have another job, minimum one. Blobby, what's up? Kind of like Blobix, I feel more comfortable when I trade the queens against someone on sound. Check him out here. He would do anything not to trade queens. Man. Almost anything to not trade queens. Queen f6. I like the look of the queen there. I mean, that seriously looks a little out of play. All right. He doesn't seem comfortable in this game. The king is worked out, all right. Clearly, my king position worked out. Queen g5, I'm looking at, just trying to force a trade of queens. Even that's good. But it's not optimal. But I am ahead of time and ahead on time, and I think, you know, this kind of almost, it doesn't force the trade of queens. He could play, I mean, queen d6 actually is ugly. I don't know what's he gonna do. Long time no see. Welcome everybody. All right, knight e5. Very reasonable move. So let's just get those queens off. Yeah, I'm thinking my only real asset here is my center. So e4, pawn takes pawn, e5. Just roll them. Get them rolling. Get them while they're hot. Oh, he just took that pawn. Damn, dude. I mean, bishop, sorry. Bishop, pawn, whatever. It's all the same. Center roll him. Man, this is solid for black though. He's not worse here because my D pawn is backward. Unfortunately. But he will have a quandary because when I take this, right, he can't blockade this and save his A7 pawn. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe he's still fine. Bishop A3, E6. Bishop A3, E6, Bishop C5 is interesting. Just bottle him up. I don't know. He did not do that. Aggresso. Wow. All right, let's say he plays rook d8, I play rook c1. Oh, he's got a check there. All right. He is cagey. But I mean, mainly I was concerned about, obviously, like rook d8, d6, and stuff like that. White still milking the Grunfeld center. E6. E6 pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn. Get that rook out of my face, dude. E6. It's just pawn takes pawn again. All right. Can I play E6 yet? E6, take, take. Take, take. He's gonna hold on there. No, I don't want to play E6. I want to get in there. He's cagey. I just lost on time. I'm coming through with rook c8 now. So it does look promising. Let's see what the final position says. Plus 1.7. Bring the king toward the center. Yeah, he may not be completely toast yet. He's cooking though. He's starting to cook there. Got to take him in the end game. Much like Blobix. Take them out of their danger zone, you know, that dangerous area of the middle game where they can land a lucky punch, basically. Golder AK, Goldorak. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. We're not afraid to win it on points, basically. I'm not looking for a knockout every match. So I have no shame in, as the Beastie Boys might say if they were chess players, I have no shame in my endgame. C3. Alright, that's fine. This is an aggressive move order by Goldorak. Also, very strangely, this is my second Canadian player in a row. Is that just my imagination, or it's a conspiracy? Alright, d4, d5. This is actually an annoying system for white to deal with. I hate playing this. No Grob? Yeah, the e5, knight e7, knight g6. Chess. Preferred chess game. Probably my preferred. Well, I guess if we're talking online, I would say the rapid time control. But I mean, preferred, like, overall, like standard games, long tournament chess, probably. Goldorak is very consistent ratings in the same range. I'm not loving this. Are we talking about chess? Someone said f6 or lose. Well, I'm not that convinced that castles is that bad. I wouldn't really mind sacrificing a pawn if I have to here. Let's just do it, man. I mean, have a pawn. Whatever. f6 looks like kind of awful positionally. I might end up having to play it anyway. But to be fair, it's actually a fairly normal thing in these kind of lines. This isn't rated, right? Let's hope it's not a rated game. Let's not do spoiler moves, okay? Don't suggest, random people, don't suggest like moves like if it's my turn, a concrete move. If you guys could just analyze sort of more generally, it would be better. But I mean, it's fine to analyze, you know, moves like in variations we've already gone through in the past, or, you know, from earlier in the game. But when I'm thinking or he's thinking and you're like saying this specific move, we're trying to guess the moves that are like computer moves, you know, it just sort of doesn't seem very sporting. Knight f6 maybe. Player seems really good. I would say he's played pretty perfectly, except for maybe could have crushed me even worse now by this point. Hopefully he starts making blunders. Hippos are one of the hardest animals to kill, I would imagine. I'm very proud to play the hippo. And as I've said before, you know, when people ask me, what's up, Uber driver? People ask me my biggest win of all time was actually playing the hippo against the 2650. So, but, you know, you got to have a lot of, another good move. Queen b6, maybe? I feel like I'm playing Anatoly Karpov or something. He's 1800 in bullet. 2000, 1900, 1900. That looks like a lot of other people. So many people we've played lately have fit that profile of 1900 across the board. Quite a strong rating here compared to the average. Uber driver, I don't get it. What do you mean it's floor white tonight? Oh, I get it. I get it. I got it. Good. I got it. Took me a while. I'm a little slow. A little slow today. So what's the plan for me here? Just to have... Alright, is my computer not plugged in? It's not plugged in. Oh, no.
No! No.
Yeah, you heard it here first. That's right, we got flashing lights. No. That was fun. That was fun. But I was getting the power saving mode, and my screen is starting to dim, so that's not cool. Power saver mode is not cool. Alright, that's it. HTFP is in trouble now. Officially in trouble again. What was the last move? Rook b1. Doesn't like pawn moves. Who could blame him? Move 11. This is for you. We're about to execute the move 11 broadside maneuver, if necessary. A little bit eccentric at best. Not sure that last move was good. You got to do something here. Beer bellies. Damn, dude. That's not nice. Alright, what's up, guys? We're taking all challenges from random people and subscribers in order. 98 is most surprising. Well, if you have a better suggestion for a place to put that knight, then let me know. Guy's using strangely his time up here on move 17. Hippolytes. G4. Alright, you know, have your G4. That's alright. G4 doesn't scare me. Yeah. Maybe later. Okay, so what's going on here? Truthfully. might be able to hold on against this guy. I could also snap that B pawn. But I'm a little reticent to take that, allow rook b1 and rook b7. That's kind of dangerous. A bit materialistic. Well, I'm just concerned, yeah, about incursion. Incursion by his rook on the 7th rank could be quite dangerous for me. Not so much for him. We're just kind of hanging on. That was quickly played. He just dropped a piece, unfortunately. Yeah, White played a great positional game. I mean, he starts to have a little bit of feeling like his bishop is bad on f4, but that was a well-played game by White. Okay, guys, we got like a million challenges. I'm streaming till 8, so that's an hour and 50 minutes. I'm going to play as many challenges that are reasonable as I can. Blobix, Mr. Coffee, Save a Dog. Anybody who challenges, I really like to see 100 rated games between Blitz and Rapids. So this one, I'm not going to accept. It's not even close. Mario Gomez, yeah, that's good. Chess Art challenged me to a weird time control, 5 plus 40. Chess Art, if you could re-challenge me to 5 plus 3, that would be cool. Lord of Power. Yeah, so Lord of Power just barely qualifies. Alright, we'll see. We really were in trouble in the opening in that game. I am not happy with how easily I drifted into a kind of passive and an unpromising position in the early going there. You played next to Reshevsky in Lugano in 1987, and you innocently touched his arm. Seriously? Man, that must have made you good, dude. I mean, just being near to the guy would have automatically made you a strong player. Alright, Blubix. Should I take Blubix on? I don't know the theory. I don't know the theory in the special card, but he knows it better than me. Alright, we'll let him have his fun here. After lunch nap. You accidentally, yeah, his fist accidentally ran into your face. So someone that's on the last game, you checked that out? That's cool. I'm supposed to make the 5-move draw here. Alright, so it's like c4 in this position is theory, but I don't know it. I don't know it. Damn, dude, I don't know this line at all. Alright, I don't know this. Did we play this before? Now his queen just gets out there to g6 and causes no end of problems. Here we go. What if I was the sack pawn, like c3, queen g6, knight c2, queen e4 check, knight e3? That's just absurd. Absurd is the word. If I do c3, it does feel slow. So maybe I have to play like bishop d3, queen g6, castles. I don't know, I'm getting freaked out here. Am I already screwed? Yes, queen h5 is crazy. I agree. You said it first. I don't think even Hikaru would play that. It's not as good as it. I think it's better on move 1. So when it's out move 2, whatever, e45, queen h5. It's probably better. Okay, I think that this is already, I've done something wrong, but it shouldn't be that wrong, right? How bad can this be? But one more bad move and I'm in a lot of trouble, probably. I have room for no more bad moves. So I was gonna play f3 here. It looks ugly. Queen f3, maybe? Is queen f3, is it a problem? Do you have a problem? I'm just making this up. I bet Blubix is. Yeah, you can't go to you can't go to g3, Elia, but you can go to e3. Because g3 just drops e4 with check. So we've got to play bishop g4, queen e3. But that's what I thought. It doesn't look so bad. It does take away my knight's best square. Or queen d3 as well. Alright. Well, what's this? Is my queen trapped yet? It looks kind of artificial for white, but hey, if it works, it works. I really should know what I'm doing. But I don't, you know, I only play e4 against selected opponents. When I know what they play, you know, I know they play this or I know they play that. I don't really like playing e4 in open tournaments if I have no clue what my opponent plays. Selected situations. So consequently, as I said before in my stream, I think I've actually only had like one or two, literally like one or two Sicilian Sveshnikovs with the white pieces ever. Maybe zero with black. I must have played it once or twice with black when I was starting out. I don't remember. Castle queenside is out of the question. I mean, you'd have to be crazy. It's possible though. It's possible. It's pretty nutty here, you know, castle queenside. Loses the exchange, but besides that, anyway. E4 is too much theory. No, I mean, it's just that you know, my whole life I studied mostly D4, C4, and knight F3, and my knowledge of E4 is quite a bit less. Actually, my knowledge of the Sveshnikov, I have some knowledge of the Sveshnikov, but nobody ever plays Queen A5, you know? It's usually like that. That's a draw variation. Most people don't play that move, so I never bothered to learn it. I played it with black once. I really should put my knight on. I just like torturing Blobix. It's someone that sound with queen exchanges, you know. They're sick of this, really, this routine. Where I just trade the queens, I take the fun out of the game, and then I grind them down in an equal endgame. They don't like that. It's possible I have lag, but I haven't seen any today. My internet has been kind of shaky. Something with Windows upgrade. last week or Monday, did something to my USB ports, like my USB drivers. Has anybody else who uses Windows noticed anything funny with the way their USB ports, their drivers for USBs, acting since the last Windows upgrade? Because mine seems really weird. I'm like, it's not recognizing my USB things sometimes. I don't know if anybody really knows anything about that, but I definitely don't. All right. 3,000. Is that my rating? All right, Blubix is not having any of that. He's not having it. I'm not having anything this knight on there. That is not part of the program. Knight on A3, really sad. My queen is in the way. It is in the way. What about B4? B4. Anti-positional, but positional. It's an interesting concept. It's double-edged. Double-edged sword. A4. What if A4? Pawn takes pawn. Rook takes pawn. Bishop B3. Rook A3. We could play A4, I think. This is sharp, though. He could play knight A5. He could play takes. He could play bishop. Numerous moves. Rook B8. What I want to do is maybe like try to create a target. Probably he should just like take and play A5, and we just shake hands and it's a draw. The Sveshnikov was like a forced draw. I mean, maybe A4 wasn't a great move, but I don't really have a lot of good moves here. My queen is on the wrong square. I needed the knight to get to E3. So I suspect that I had no advantage anyway, but probably I'm forcing it a little too much. Perhaps I should have played knight C2 first, and then, you know, thought about other stuff. Yeah, F4, yeah, it's a move, but it gives him the E5 square, and I think I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't see any real serious attacking chances. It looks... He could also not take an F4 and let me push to F5. That can be dangerous, but it might be an option. Yeah, I just don't see much happening with that. Now he's getting fancy. He's getting a little too fancy for his own good here. Rook B8, knight B4, knight B4, rook B3, knight D3, rook B8, queen E3, rook B2, queen A6, draw. 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 But, you know, it's just an equal endgame. But I had nothing in the opening, so Sveshnikov is basically a forced draw. There are openings like that. Like, I think the Grunfeld, two of the most theoretical openings. If you had computers play perfect games, they would be draws. Then again, maybe every normal opening would be a forced draw. It's funny that it is kind of funny that all right. What was I saying? It was funny. I wasn't very inspired in this game. The later stages. Hoppa. Are we making progress? He's tied down on the 7th rank. Oh, look at this systematic maneuver. He's actually gonna beat me. Beat me out there. No, I'm first. Alright. I'm first. I'm first. Step aside. Can Blobix hold this in game? Maybe I can blow it. Now, if it was my move, if I could force him to move his king, I mean. Well, I can't lose. Can't lose. Those are the words you should never say. Never ever say I can't lose. Believe me, you can. Almost every position it's possible to lose. Yeah, I mean, h5 pretty much like when it was only moves. Now, what happens if f3, g5 takes? I mean, I'm not sure what's going on here. He probably has a way to hold this. Squeeze him. Am I going too far away? Does anybody know? Flock of Seagulls. 80s. Oh man, he's toast, right? I ran so far away. But he's not toast. I have to make him... I can't make progress. I'm crazy. Okay. It's a draw. It's a draw. It's... Oh my gosh. That works too. Does that lose? Does f5 lose in a drawn position? He just lost the drawn position with f5. Oh my god. Am I crazy? No, I was winning. King e7, king c7, king e6, king d8. No, I'm winning, right? All right. It is a win. All right. It is win. The Russian schoolboy system. So, Mr. Coffee. Alright, I was lucky there. I mean, I didn't deserve that game. Like, it was completely equal. You know, he just assumed it was a draw, right? Well, it probably was a draw somewhere. I mean, if my opponent is a really good tactician and attacker, I'm gonna be more like inclined to do stuff like that to try to grind them down in endgames. But I can change my style. You know, I can push pawns and sacrifice pieces. But I like to do that against the solid guys more. You know, Mr. Coffee is very solid. So I'd be more likely to play a sharp style against Mr. Coffee than against Blobix. What I try to do is adapt, and this is better if you're playing like a long... I'm good at long blitz matches, though I haven't had a chance to play any with anyone in a long time. I'm good at like adapting and finding the weaknesses of people, so I can change my openings and the style of play to kind of try to like take advantage of my opponent's weaknesses. What's up, Merle? Thanks for bringing Uber by. We had our estate sale, the first day of today's estate sale, and I'm a little disappointed. I had all the day since 6:30 preparing for our estate sale, and it started off really strong, but there's a lot of stuff that didn't get sold, so I'm a little bit disappointed. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. It's not an auction. It's more like a fancy like tag sale with with nicer items. Yeah. It's basically, yeah, my house is a store, and everything has a price on it. And you can negotiate for prices. But I didn't move the furniture. And whatever I don't sell, you know, we have a problem. It has to go one way or another. Speaking of floor, what's up with this position? This isn't the right position. Bishop d3, bishop g4 for floor. Maybe knight d4. Then knight d4, knight e4. Why do I feel like I'm down a tempo here? Well, he's just dropping his d5 pawn, man. Queen d5? It's like a pawn sack, huh? Knight e4. I mean, queen takes d5, knight e4. I'm having a little trouble getting out of the box there. Kind of to the point where I think that black has a little too much counterplay after queen d5, knight e4. Find a move that doesn't run into queen b4 check. Okay, the obvious suggestion is queen d5, knight e4, a3. But then, okay. Alright, Mr. Coffee, you better not hurt me. I don't like this move because I'm kind of losing the initiative. Queen d2, queen a5. Yeah, I mean, I don't like taking this pawn. Maybe even queen d4 was a good move there. Just straight up queen d4, attacking the knight, blockading d4. This is a very strange move for Mr. Coffee, though, now. I mean, knight e6. Knight e4 was, like, more active. So we're going to get developed. Mr. Coffee, normally solid, but he's playing aggressively here, sacking a pawn. I'm done my beer and my coffee already. Wow. I must have been thirsty. We're down to our last string. Third string beverage. Water. Okay. So, man, that was fast. I drank my coffee and beer in an hour. We're up a pawn. But I think Coffee made a serious error there. This is okay. He has some compensation, but it's not enough. Like, not as good as, obviously, the other. That was very strong, I thought. I grabbed my king. Oh, no. Bishop c4 at what point? Before? Mr. Coffee has some kind of serious, scary threats a little bit. Knight g5. Close. Knight c5, knight e4. I've got moves against knight c5 though. I mean, queen b4, queen a3. Everything's okay. Yeah, bishop c4 earlier on. I wanted to retain this retreat diagonal for my queen, though. I think that's why I ended up not putting it out there. Knight f4. Knight f4. Yeah, it looks like I have to take it. That was actually my first thought. Maybe he's in trouble. Maybe not. Knight f4 looks pretty good. Pawn takes, queen takes, e2. Rook e1, and then black has compensation. A lot of compensation for the sacrificed pawn. I think that's reasonable. Good line. Whoa. Sorry, I just... little bit. Thanks, Asterbait. 100-bit donation. Keep it coming. Mr. Coffee 999. Asterbait 737. He's got an airplane. Internet? I think internet's okay. Oh, maybe now I have bad internet. Is that what you're saying? Oh, I do. I wasn't at the final position. The latest position. No, I wasn't at my latest position. Mr. Coffee's been a bad boy. He's trying to get active here. This is not good. Okay, so bishop f3, knight d3 is not a big deal. I'm just calculating little tactics. Tick-tock. Hungarian for tic-tac. If you ask a Hungarian, they'll insist that tic-tacs are Hungarian. My daughter was like, it's Hungarian. I said, no, it's not. It's not called tic-tac, and it's not Hungarian. It's an old American candy. Dude. Alright. Tic-tac. Oh man, B2. Mr. Coffee, I don't like you anymore. I thought you were my friend. I thought Mr. Coffee was my friend, but I'm gonna have to give him this pawn because he's threatening ultra violence now. Have a pawn. Have a pawn, brother. Alright, I think it's pretty takeable pawn. Queen d4. Actually, I can take with the pawn. Maybe I'm tricking Mr. Coffee and lying to him. I can take with the pawn. It's ugly though. Queen d4 pawn takes, knight e6. b3 or a3. I'm up a pawn, but it's a very ugly looking pawn. Bob, we don't need that. First produced 1968. It's interesting. They're produced by Ferrero. That is weird. Here I am claiming they're American. Bob, prove me wrong. It's my nationalist. Total nationalist. Alright. Mr. Coffee, I like my pawn. He's got good compensation for the pawn still. Yep. It looks like I'm gonna struggle. Alright, man. He's got good play here for this pawn. Ponda. Bishop c4. Christ, I lose a piece if I do that. Oh, man. Bishop c4, rook c8, and I lose a piece. A whole piece and nothing but the piece. Or an exchange, at least. Probably gonna get mated. Man, that is horrible. Okay. To grind Senior Coffee. Grind him down in Grandmaster style. With the bishop versus knight. Oh, he took that way. Interesting. Mr. Coffee's playing bullet. Mr. Coffee 1600. We're gonna get the rating police on him. He's coming in there for the fork. Oh my god. Careful. Whew, stay awake. Oh man, yeah, if your rating is based on playing computers, then it's totally deflated. Yeah, I thought it was great play. The way he sacked the pawn to stay active, keep the initiative all the time. Here comes the fork. This has been in the works for like 100 moves now. Oh my god, it's like a family fork too. He did not do it. He had it, man. He had it. That's the best move, probably. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Okay, my bad. Alright, never mind. Nope. Yeah, so he had that massive knight fork at one point. He could have played knight d3 after b4 here. But it's not that simple. I saw it. I have rook e2, you know, and I saw this and I would have played it. And actually, this endgame is not necessarily a walk in the park. White is better here. So this is Bobby Fischer style. Pawns on both sides of the board with the bishop versus knight. And even though my pawn's on the wrong color on h5, it's kind of a cramping influence. Black's going to have to play really, really well here for a draw. Okay, thanks, Mr. Coffee. Great job. Save a Dog, Arsenal fan, Mario Gomez, next to you has challenged me to 3-0. Don't do that. Please re-challenge. Next to you, relatively new account, obviously. Gonna have to re-challenge. Chess art re-challenge, right? Mathematic chess, Shigeru. Japanese guy. This is not enough games. I'd rather play someone with like 100 games or more. And Chigreg. We've played before, although I don't remember you. Okay, cool. Save a Dog. No, good fight there, Mr. Coffee. This guy is tough. Also, is your rating gone down, Save a Dog, now? Is it gone down? It went down from like 1600 to 1500? Are you purposely trying to make yourself low rated? So that, is it like just emotional sandbagging or something? Just to kind of troll his opponents, to make them feel bad when he beats them or something? I don't know why Save a Dog's 1575. He's pretty solid. Okay, guys, this is my stream. No stream. This is my stream. Yeah, no stream on Saturday. That day I have off. I'm doing an estate sale Saturday and Sunday, but I will be done the estate sale before Sunday afternoon or early evening when we have our simul stream. 25 players on Sunday, 5:30. I will be tired. I will be tired like I am today, but it will be over. Hopefully the estate sale. I'm going to have a lot of stuff I have to get rid of. It's going to be a mess, but it's already a mess. So Bob, you found my estate sale? You looked up all the photos and stuff? Bob is like an internet spy. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Coffee, you don't think the queen trade was good? I thought he was okay. Oh, Mr. Coffee found it too. Yeah, I'm trying to sell like a Lionel Train collection, but I'm not desperate to sell it. If there's not enough buyers, you know, I'll hold on to that, put it in a storage unit, or I can sell it piecemeal on eBay. But Yeah, in this position I played king d8 before. There's a funny mate that happens sometimes. Like king c7, knight e4, knight e4, bishop d8 mate. But I found this position interesting. I think the experts play like knight on bd7 here. The experts. In the Ukrainian variation. Yeah, Feigl plays this too. We're training Savadog for his next match with Feigl. Well, maybe he even prepared this. Feigl would just grind people down. Knight e7 is the move, though. I don't know. I'm gonna play this. This is played too. It's a very good line for black. I mean, you're not supposed to take on e5. This is not really a good line for white. If white plays perfectly after that, he's okay. But there's a lot of ways to play it badly and be worse with white. It's really easy for white to be worse in this endgame. Okay, that's weird. This is very bad control of the dark squares. He's got dark square issues. I think e4 is a serious mistake. Probably best just to develop. I was thinking about f5, naturally like undoubling my pawns. What is that? What is this comment there? From James. Just found out my second win against me. Was also in the endgame. I have 7.5. But resigned the last game due to serious protest issues that remain unresolved. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about or why you're talking about it or what it is. That's weird. Knight a6. Nobody made any protest to me. I don't know what that is about. This comment is about. Trolling? It's a troll? Who's the troll? Yeah, I have a pretty good record in the endgame. Most of the players here like to play middle games and attack middle game style. Yeah, I think most people would agree. But I mean, if you're like an endgame specialist, a professional in that stage of the game, I suppose, you do what you do best, regardless of what the opponent prefers. The knight in f5 is pretty annoying. That's why I was thinking about f5 earlier. But we have very good control of d4. I mean, this is the main reason why e4 is not a good move for white in this type of structure, and why I don't really think that white should play pawn takes pawn on e5 in the first place. Any sort of position here is going to just be better for black. White is on life support now. Well, g4 drops a pawn, so that's not going to work. Oh, he just dropped, yeah. Dropped another pawn. Maybe it's a sacrifice. We call it a snacrifice. We're snacking on those extra pawns. But it's not so simple. It's not so simple. He has some control of the white squares. Significant control of the white squares, let's say. I mean, this does look really good for black, objectively. It clearly doesn't win by force. All right. Well, what's he doing? Like, maybe groveling for his life. Bishop e3 lead to a win. I don't even know what bishop e3 does. It's part of the plan. Maybe I'll play, you know, something to dislodge the knight from g3 and go through on g2. I'm like someone on sound, you know. I'm waiting for him to put his rook like I did against someone on sound a couple weeks ago on the dark square. So, you know, so I'm just keeping that threat in reserve. This is just, yeah, this is looking really good. Basically, we have the advantage on both sides of the board. He just dropped a piece. It's pretty hard to play. Why would a good player like drop a piece? Because he's demoralized and hates his position, you know. It happens to me all the time. Arsenal fan, Mario Gomez, chess art and mathematic chess. It's easy to blunder when you're already in a difficult position. You know, I do it all the time. Give me a clear disadvantage, I might just drop a piece. I mean, it's... you start losing your composure. Arsenal fan. Challenging to chess 960. I'm horrible in the opening of this type of chess. But I think once I get out of the opening stage, I feel like it's sort of normal chess again, and I have good feel for coordination. I don't know, Arsenal, how many games have we played? 150? 212. Wow, so he crossed the 200 barrier some time ago. We didn't have a party or anything. Normally I like to make mention of people that have crossed 200 because there's only a few. Like 3 or 4, I think, that have over 200 games against me. So nice job. Nice job. I've been streaming for 3 years plus, and a few of these guys have been playing, you know, for a good chunk of those 3 years. I think Arsenal is definitely going back quite a ways. It's not like these games were all played, you know, in the last year. They go back a ways. So f7 is a serious weak point, just like in the normal chess. No, it's actually protected by the rook. Man, I'm losing my mind. This is a weak point. That's the weak square because I moved my bishop away from c8. Weird. All right. Okay, so I don't have to fear knight e5. It's covered. I can play d6. The hippo rises. Other knight. This is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. Knight will never go to c7. I love fianchettoing the knight. What do you call it? This is a fianchetto. It's left-handed fianchetto, I guess we'll call it, for lack of a better name. Yeah, Arsenal, we never had a party for this 200th game. You know, oftentimes I'm paying closer attention. I'm sorry, I missed our birthday, our anniversary, Arsenal. With other players like Nefedov, I think Buell Skinner, we've got 200. Who else? Does anybody else? Yeah, g6 with the other knight. Yeah, the knight fianchetto over there. That's pretty ugly. That's equally ugly. I was really, yeah, it was a toss-up between knight c7 and knight g7. But I like b3. Preserving the fianchetto position for that bishop on the line, man. Nice move. I don't like that bishop on the line with my queen either. I mean, does Arsenal have any games in chess 960? He's got 76 only. That's not many. 94 classical, 3,000 bullet, 4,000, 5,600 blitz, 4,000 something rapid. But this is a guy who's got 76 games in Chess 960. Almost nothing. You'd think like he would need more practice. Damn. Maybe I should go for it. Go for it. Brother, your e4 pawn doesn't seem great. So I can play d4. Pawn takes f6, pawn takes c3. Kind of like that. Yeah, I'm liking this. This is the gutsy way to go. I should have done this before. Maybe I should have done this last move, you know, instead of queen g8. It would have been way, way stronger. Man, what do I do? My fianchetto knight or my other knight? He did the correct thing, it looks like. It's all fun and games till someone loses an eye. So here now we have to deal with this like vicious attack coming from a knight on e5. That's going to be nasty. 93, 95, 91. That's a whole piece though. Wait a minute. You can't be giving me whole pieces. Whole pieces. Reese's Pieces. That's a whole piece and nothing but the piece. So help me God. I also like this bishop. I love it. Give me that bishop. Give me that one. The knight's fianchetto. We managed to fianchetto it. Alright, so he just lost. Actually, why is he resigning? Why are you resigning, Arsenal fan? It's not a little premature to resign? Dude, you have like a rook for 2 pieces. It's not that bad. Alright. He doesn't like it. Mario Gomez. Your son is crying. Alright, that's the real reason. I mean, he's clearly worse, but it's early to resign. So it's late there. It's late there. It's midnight, and Arsenal fan is a father. Believe it or not. Alright. Gomez. Gomez and Morticia. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, what's this guy? 18, 18, 18. I am your father. I sold some Star Wars stuff, but most of it on eBay. Few lingering items going at the estate sale. Someone bought an old Star Wars calendar for $1. Bishop f4, d6. 1978 Star Wars calendar. $1. So, what did Weedmaster say? Knight d7 is the idea, I think. We're playing the old Indian. Great. That's the plan. And then on knight c3, we found an idea. Wait, what? I discussed this with Joe. Poker might also be included in those Jedi mind tricks. I can't sell 2 poker tables. Nobody even, they're like really cheap, almost nothing. World Poker Tour poker table, $25. Nobody wants to buy a poker table. I mean, give me a break. C4. Alright, so he's trying the C4 business. That looks like a good move. This looks like perfect setup for white, honestly. Like the C4, a lot of London system players can't make that transition, so he's like an expert. I mean, seriously. Maybe that's the missing link, like the seriously best move against knight on BD7. Unless I missed something, like I have E5 here. E5, I can't do that. Maybe there's some really weird variation like e5, de5, de5, knight e5, knight h5. Seriously. We'll have to look after the game, but I want to check that out. Oh my god. It's like I'm almost lost already. Not quite, but I don't trust this. Mario Gomez, aggro London system player. But he did trade off the c4 pawn. Still. Hey, it's just like a Queen's Gambit or something. At the end of the day, it's a Queen's Gambit exchange variation where my queen is on kind of a bad square. When I play d5 here. So I don't like what I did. But it's the first time someone's played c4 against me here. And I think that Joe would just say, oh, do bishop g7, you know, g6, knight c3, but that's just transposing, you know, to another line. Okay, so d5 is not recommended. Obviously, I could take, maybe play like g6. It's a little like a Grunfeld, bishop g5 Grunfeld, where like he's traded the bishop for the knight. Very solid for white. Sarawan would play e3 here, but other players might have more aggressive intentions. Now let's see, that's a safe move. Unenterprising, but very safe. Basically, we get a form of Queen's Gambit exchange variation. My queen is misplaced. But not such a big deal, really. I mean, I don't mind admitting my mistake. Long run, black has two bishops. It's like the bishop g5. Grunfeld. The question is where to put your bishop now. Bishop d6 would be its best square, but it gets hit by e4, pawn takes pawn. Knight takes. Bishop d6 castles, castles e4, d takes e4, knight takes e4. I mean, I guess that I'm slightly better there, objectively, because of structure. Structural considerations rule the day. Follow up with knight b8. And we're set up for the next game. Wonder what Fuchsia. Fuchsia, what's up? She's been quiet. Yeah, he's playing exactly what I expected. So here, the natural thing to do is like bishop e7, but I might even give up my dark square bishop. My precious, my precious. That's my precious. All right, but you know his knight on e4 is very strong. So that was the original plan, and I like it. You know, not too ambitious. Give me that juicy knight. I'll give you my good bishop, but we're trading more pieces. He has an IQP. Where's Floor? Have you seen him, Uber driver? See, the bishop pair can't be. Uh-oh, what's that? Stream sniper. Who's a stream sniper? I mean, so we basically have the same pieces. We just have white with an isolated pawn. Looks good. Jerry has a video of tricking a Jerry. Jerry was a race car driver. No, I like Jerry. In fact, I like almost everyone I've ever met named Jerry. Pretty much Jerrys are cool. Queen b3, so we can play rook b8. Rook b8. Wow. I mean, queen b3 might be almost like a brilliancy. Almost. Bishop c4, b5, the positional approach. Knight e5, bishop e6. Very solid play for black. Warnaki is a queens off the board enthusiast, or me? I think I'm just influencing you guys. Well, you got to check the exchange sack, but I'm kind of skeptical of that. He can try it. I sort of doubt it. It's really enough. I mean, I'll take with the queen. It doesn't even damage my pawns there. All right. Here we go. But the important thing is that we conquered the d5 point, and that's ours. Mario has a very solid sort of strategic, safe style that you rarely see at this rating. Mr. Coffee, you know, can play like that. Yeah, but you can't just sack an exchange, Arsenal fan. I mean, you can't sack a piece. What is an exchange? You can't sack an exchange. You could, but I don't think so, dude. I'm a queen exchange enthusiast, right? Though I have to be careful here. There's not that many pawns left. He has two pawns for the piece. But he can't be losing his b pawn. See, now I think it's doubtful that these pawns will survive. Isolani. Okay, this is a good move, though. Oh, no, I have rook. No, I don't. This is a good move. Wow. You have to be careful. Rook takes the a2 pawn. Rook takes e6. That's awkward. All right. Well. No, I'm dropping a piece here on f6. I had to get my knight out of there. Okay, now I'm looking at bishop c4. Bishop c4, rook c6. Probably not the greatest idea. he's hanging a rook there. Oh my god. Sorry. Sorry, fans. I could have taken his rook. I was a little more concerned about another issue. So now it's kind of technical. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't resign here. In fact, this is not easy for black to win with all the pawns compact like that. I'm not even convinced that this is a win, actually. Alright, chess art. That might not even be winning for black. Yeah, he was just hanging a piece on E1, I forgot. I was so happy to take the pawn, I forgot I was taking his rook too. Yeah, thanks, Uber driver. Duh. My greatest splendor today. Chess art 2-1. Thanks everybody for accepting my challenges. I've got some messages here on Twitch. Alright, that was from Arsenal. Thanks, Arsenal. Guys, I'm a little bit beat today. Sorry I don't have the normal energy level. Doing the best I can, but I was up really early this morning, and tomorrow will be the same. We have tomorrow off from streaming. This is very strange. Bishop h6. I mean, I guess I take and then I play attack it and drive it back. Queen d2 is a fairly constructive move. I think his best is, yeah, to go back. But he did trade pieces. I mean, when you're black, you generally do want to trade pieces. If you have less space, you want to trade pieces. It's not as much about what color you are. I mean, it's really about who has less space. Chess art is moving fast. Dark Ruiz is not that easy. Not that easy for me to exploit here. Somewhat coffee house h4. Yeah, my pawns are not. Well, c4 is hard to get off of white. Probably the best bet is for me to play like g3, bishop g2. But I think he's allowing me to play h5 now. Black could play h6. It looks like a lot of pawn moves, but maybe it's the best. Literally another pawn move with h6 to meet h5 with g5. The grob. Grobbing good. A joke we had here for a little while. Grobbing good. It was grobbing good, old boy. Now we just have a structural advantage. I would play this type of position like just for fun. I would play h4, h5 every single game with the first two moves with white. My first two moves with white. Just to like mess around for fun when I was sort of steaming. To handicap myself just for fun. We're fully mobilized, ready for action. This is serious now. He loses his central pawn. He can't recapture because of the d file, and I think black is pretty much done. Everything is coming in. Now he lost a piece, and that is mate. Mate is mate. Okay, guys, mathematic chess, interactive chess, and Prickler. Prickler, another one in that 1900-2000 range, but he's got a lot of games, so nice to see an established account. Mathematic chess. Yeah, somebody was joking about my beer belly when I had to. I don't think you really saw my beer belly. I don't have a beer belly, but if I did have one, theoretically, I don't think you saw my beer belly. I had to get the power cord. Unsee. But yeah, I'd like to get to the gym a little more often. Been a little busy. The Prickler, nice name. Mathematic chess. How about d6? What do you think? That's not happening. We were going over a game of mathematic chess where His opponent played a sort of move like d6, and he didn't take on c6. And I think you should double the pawns there and respond with f4. This variation is giving me fits, and I've even played it with white, believe it or not. So you'd think after playing with white, I have a freaking clue how to get a decent position with black, but it just seems like hopeless. I can't get a decent position when I play this for black against the better guys who know it. I basically resorted to like changing my move order to playing like c5, knight c3, g6, just to avoid the specific variation against a couple of our regulars. I'm not a gym guy. Yeah, no, I like, you know, I like outdoor stuff. I wouldn't mind. I sold 2 bicycles. We sold 2 today. Speaking of the gym, or substitutes thereof. I'm a little tired. All right, so a3 doesn't seem appropriate. Not the worst waste of time in the world. Let's say d5, pawn takes pawn, knight f6. Let's try it. It's just funky enough. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be outside with a real bicycle than sitting in like a gym. Man, I'm tired, guys. 6:30 this morning. It's just way too early to wake up. Tomorrow, luckily, the sale doesn't start till 9, so, and we don't have to set up as much in the morning, so I'm good. We can wake up at like a normal time tomorrow. I don't like to do 6:30. That's not my thing. Not really a morning person. So let's see, knight takes. This is not devastating for him. I've got queen b6. The pawn hunter. Queen b6, c4, a6, knight c3, queen b2, knight d5. I mean, we can try it. Queen pivot over to h6. This is extremely greedy. This is like one of those do not attempt to do this at home style things. Well, I'm going to lose tempi here. So knight c3, it's actually not bad. Knight c3, queen b2, knight d5, queen e5, picking up a tempo on the knight on d5, and then something like e4, e6, knight f3, queen b8, and black is just pawn up, you know, with no compensation. Interactive says, I was still up at 6:30 your time. He was still up from yesterday. Alright, so we're going to take this pawn. He's got another option, like knight e2. That's probably better than going in an adventure. He should just play knight e2. Yes. Yes. And now I have to run away. This is guerrilla warfare. Favorite stratagem of Viktor Korchnoi and locally my friend Alexander Ivanov. Long, old school, long time pawn grabbers. Alright, this could get a little scary. You know, we got to be careful. Thank God he can't play queen f3. You know, because that would force me to play f6 or something. Jim, thank you for the donation, man. Wow, 300 bits from Jim. He crosses into Greenland. Whose territory is that now? The Greenland of 1,000-bit donations for the week. Guys, we have Sunday, one more day, Sunday coming up. Mr. Coffee is just 1 bit away from the Greenland, now forced into second place. Azerbaijan was 737. Yeah. So we are ready now with bishop e7, queen g4, castles, knight h5, g6. It looks all right, man. I'm not believing you. Not believing you. green arrows, which are different than the blue analysis arrows after the game. Yeah, arrows are arrows. But I'm talking about the colors on the bit donations. You go to 1,000 with the green and $9.99 for Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee's been pushed down to second place. It's just not right. I normally don't like to play a materialistic style of game, but that pawn was just too easy, too convenient. It was like pre-packaged pre-packaged pawn in a box. Oh, that's not good. So we've got this. An inconvenient moment. Alright, double attack. Mathematic chess, I like the way he plays strategically, but I think he needs to improve tactically. And it's funny, because you think with somebody named Mathematic Chess, they'd be more calculation-oriented, but he's actually needs to improve his calculation, and I think that's not the only aspect of math, obviously, but he's good with kind of positional play. But he needs to improve with the tactics. But the basics are good. This is the end of the line. Losing a knight for nothing. So there we go. Donations, you guys can make material donations. Here, someone on Sound has donated a lot of streaming donations. If you click on the pawn to gift down below. Guys, also check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. My eBay. Got a few items left on eBay. I'm probably going to be putting more eBay items up after my estate sale finishes, because I have to do something. I have to do something to entertain myself while I'm waiting to sell my house. No. Alright. He's not giving up. Yeah, don't be ashamed, Mr. Coffee. There's no shame in the 2-bit donation. Asterbait could have gotten that for you by watching a commercial. Alright, we got to be a little bit careful. He's kind of creeping close to my king. If I can trade the knight off, man, it's no attacking chances anymore. So bishop b7 is pretty big threat, really. What is white supposed to do here? Unpin. Queen f2, maybe. Queen f2. Bishop b7. Yeah, it doesn't look good. He's just lost. Interactive chess provoked me into it. 2-bit cheer battle incoming. I think Asterbait might be in on that action, but he's got the 737 total, which looks like an aircraft. That's kind of cool. That was my former phone number, one of my former phone numbers. Easy to remember. All right. But still fighting on. What's next? Trade. Trader. Actually, it's hard for me to resolve the situation because I can't trade without fixing his pawns. Jim with 2 bits. It's a 2-bit. They're all 2 bits. 2 bitters. 2-bit bitters. Yeah, you guys made me worried about the gym now. I'm not getting enough exercise while I'm doing my estate sale. I did walk a lot around the house though. You know how you have those step counters on your phone? Mine said I did like 10,000 steps yesterday, and I didn't leave the property. It's crazy. I walked around my house like 17,000 times, moving furniture around, and that's insane. Okay, h4, h5, king g3. We're running. Masturbate 150. Masturbate's getting into this. Jim with another 2. Jim just puts in 2 and he provokes them. It doesn't take much to provoke them. Apparently. Those guys are devastating and deadly. a4 coming next. Oh no. The death pawns. Pawn brothers. Yeah, he can't leave his king unprotected. That queen g4 would be rather nasty. It was a learning experience. Touchdown. Okay. 2 games, 2 challenges remaining. Interactive chess. He's tough. And Prickler. Mr. Coffee with 20+2. Jim with 20+2. So they're battling it out now. It's a bit war. Mr. Coffee. It's funny, on my Twitch page, Mr. Coffee's in second place with more bits donated. I have never seen that happen before. It's like a malfunction. Mr. Coffee has 1,023 bits and he's in second place behind Jim. It just hasn't registered Jim's last donation. What is this? That's not right. How could it even register that? It's weird. Registers that Mr. Coffee had 2 more bits in, but that he didn't take second to first place. Dude, what is up with that? I'm crazy. Okay, Jim is 1,032. Alright, I need to get glasses. It all makes sense now. Sorry. Interactive chess. I'm playing the Scandinavian. Do not play this. It's a bad opening. Trust me. Trust me on this. It's okay for blitz and rapid chess, but do not play this opening with knight f6, especially in a long game. I learned the hard way. Trying too long to play this opening on a high level was just like banging your head on a metal wall. This opening was fun before people really had a lot of access to books, and I've pretty much hung it up. It's just not good enough. It's good for blitz, good for rapid chess, but okay. So actually this variation isn't really that good for white. Interactive chess. There are good moves. Castles. Castles is a good line there. That's the best. This isn't not the best because you put your bishop on e2. If you haven't played bishop e2, you can play bishop e3, knight c3, queen e2, and castle queenside with a very aggressive setup. But you're basically playing a hybrid. It's okay for white, like it's equal, but you don't punish my opening enough, you know, the way you would, let's say, if you played perfectly. The problem with this opening is that there's like 5 different ways for white to get a good game. Like I can't even, you know, it's just like every time I would play it against somebody, I would just, all right, which refutation is he gonna play, you know? But anyway, still wheel it out from time to time. There's a few players, not many, amongst. Kamsky played a little bit. He was also. It's funny because I was close to Roman Djindjiashvili for a while years ago, and we broke up. But he tried to get me. And I was already playing this even before I knew him, but he encouraged me. And he actually got Kamsky playing it at one point, but it's so bad for black. I did some videos on this opening, and it's fun, but it's just not great. Gada's never been very good with openings. That's not his thing. Kamsky, like Karpov, was trained to be a master technical, endgame tough guy. I'm a tough guy in the endgame. So bishop g5. We have been here probably many times, but it's not recently. In the past. Queen e8, knight b5 is an issue. Queen d7 is a funny move, but it allows c5, and my knight doesn't have a place to go. F6 might be forced, and it should be fine, basically. Knight takes e5. No. Nope, that doesn't work here. It does in some positions. Not this time. I like bishop c1. Very mature move. So I could play c6. That's interesting. Kind of lame, but going for the endgame. You've got lame in your endgame. Lame in the brain. Queen e7. Do I really want to do that? I don't know. Knight d7. Also passive. It feels like this move, but then he's got he's got d6. Ouch. Ugh. c6, d6. Ugh. c5. Wow, that's weird. It's so weird, I like it. But I don't know. He can bail out with pawn takes pawn and play some kind of endgame where it's like maybe equal. I'm unhappy with this decision to play c6. The problem is, guys, I'm just not energized enough to go the extra mile to find really great blitz moves. Thank God there's no more waking up at 6:30 after today for a while. Till the next thing. Alright. No waking up till 7:20 next Tuesday. My neighbors came over, the ones that have the... They were really nice, actually. It was refreshing. My neighbors who had the people come and cut the grass at 7:20 in the morning on Tuesdays came over, and they were really nice. I felt sorry for being angry with them. I never vented my anger to them, but they have these people who cut the grass and they come at 7:20 in the morning. I want to kill myself every Tuesday morning. And I almost was at the point of complaining, but this old lady is so nice, you know. It was like, I'm so glad I didn't like get angry and file a complaint send a letter or something to them. All right, c takes d5. Anyway, guys, I'm just sort of chattering here. We're blockading. So I think he ought to go for it there with the endgame line. D takes c. He's got a better structure. I can't support that knight. So we stop paying child support. No, I mean, this knight, we can't support it on c4. It's overextended. That's something a computer might try, but I'm not interested. All right. Interesting play by white, though, in this game. I love the early bishop c1. Honestly, I mean, interactive chess, that's the kind of move that a queen pawn player would play. Do you ever play d4? Because not a lot of e4 players, I think, can appreciate that kind of move. Man, those pawns, the lust to expand of my kingside pawns. No secrets. No secrets here about what's happening on the king side. I'm trying to make it happen. the grass. I was on the verge of sending them a note, you know, writing a letter and complaining. But this like nice old lady came over today. I'm so glad I didn't do that. All right. Queen b3, f5. Yeah, I mean, interactive chess, again, like, do you play a lot of queen pawn? I mean, you seem to be reacting to this really well. Most people can't adapt, like, to the structure as an e4 player that becomes more or less like a King's Indian or Dutch, which is what's happening here. This is way more like a King's Indian or Dutch than an e4 player would normally be used to. It looks like Leningrad Dutch or something like that. Queen on b3. Pawn up here. So he's trying to get at my blockade. Very strong. Nice move. Okay. I'm not thrilled about losing my blockader. He was the guardian of that square. We're just gonna have to deal with it. We're gonna roll. Roll. Are we gonna roll? We're gonna roll. E4. Question is like which way to roll first. Which direction to roll. I'm not sure we rolled the right way. Yep, and he's all over me. Yeah, this doesn't look that great. Damn. Knight c5. He just attacks it. It's so convenient. Okay, knight e5. This isn't what I wanted, really. This is not really what I wanted. Now white is like practically better, you know? This is a disaster. He has more time? Wow. He's 2204 in classical with 13 games. 2000 bullet, 2000 blitz. Terrible situation here. We need to be careful. It's an accident waiting to happen. I'm just a day late and $1 short. I miscalculated when I played e4. Probably if I played f4, would have been a totally different story. Are you kidding me? So I'm just losing a pawn here. Do we have any real compensation? That's a weird move that I didn't see. Wow. That's an amazing move, actually. I thought he would just like take the pawn on a7 before he goes for this. Whoa, what just happened? Damn, dude. No, I'm sure I was lost. Totally lost. We won just based on time pressure. Nice game. No, he was winning. I mean, it's totally lost for me before. In the time scramble, black does not have enough here. I'm not sure you had to rush with e7. I mean, it still might be a good move. Yeah, this is a major problem. Maybe not. Wow. Computer thinks holding here. Wow, e7 was the best move. A move. And this was a blunder by me. So I should have taken on c8. I thought I was done because he has this. I have a draw, apparently. I never would have found this. Okay, never would have found this. Anyway. Okay, guys, we have 20 minutes left. So 2 last games. 2 last games. That's it. Sorry, sleazy time win. You know, you played a great King's Indian there, even though it wasn't a King's Indian. Nice positional play by white. Very instructive, and but I like the opening for black. I think that line is fine for me, but you outplayed me. In the middle game, another knight c3. It's like the same guy. Bishop. No, it's not mathematic chess. Bishop b5. I'm sick of bishop b5. It's not happening. Now I don't mind it as much. I don't really like this either, but I have so much practice playing this line that I've got it down to a science. We have a bunch of players on the stream who play this line for white. The Grand Prix is very, very popular. Always has been for a long time. A long, long time. Gormley fan club. What's up? What's the story with the Gormley fan club again? All right, knight d4. I don't know Danny too well. I mean, we played once, but I swindled him. Imagine that. The Grand Prix is a good club opening. I mean, I think, you know, it's just overplayed. It's kind of like the E4 version of the London system, but it's more aggressive, you know. It's easy to play. I mean, easy to play, easy to learn. There's another line, I mean, that was popular for a while, but I think this is the best, probably. Castles. Rather than something like bishop d3. This is bishop d3 is artificial. So here it was d5. Kudrin played an interesting move that I didn't know about, like d5, e takes d, knight f6. Is that right? No, e takes d, a6, knight c3, knight f6, d4. And Sergey just took on d4. I never realized that was actually okay for black. Because Gingy and I had looked at this 20 years ago and decided that it was fine for black. But subsequently, you know, they found some stuff for white, but I recently noticed that the Kudrin had a game with black where he solved this pretty easily. So Gormley came when he was doing a stream for the British Chess Championship. You were watching. You did not realize it would take 3 months to get my original handle back. Alright, so d3, what is that about? Okay, just a neutral move. It's a neutral move. The critical test is pawn takes pawn. You know, a lot of people play e5, actually. Another British player who goes by the name The Usual Suspect online. A certain international master, also known for playing poker. He lives in like Gibraltar or something. Anyway, so d5. That e5's been played by Plaskett against me and others, and this usual suspect. But it's hard to say which is better. D3 looks kind of lame, but okay. I don't want to trade queens here, obviously. There's a lot of moves, though, I can play. It doesn't really do anything. Okay, D3 is not a bad move. It's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to research this. I don't think it's a testing move, but it's probably okay for white. What's the deal? Queen b6 isn't good. a6 is lame. Bishop g4 is a move. It's a move, but you know, is it really a great move? Not really. So I don't know what to do. I don't like knight f6. I don't, you know, not crazy about bishop g4. Pawn takes pawn seems lame. So I don't know, I'm trying to research this on the fly. c4 is possible, some weird lines with queen b6, but it's too early. How about bishop d7, just like developing a piece? Alright, whatever. Bishop d7. I don't know. I just made up a move. It's not great. It's neutral. Kind of like d3. I don't want to just lose my bishop for nothing, though. I was thinking about bishop g4. And I just wasted 2 minutes, and I didn't come up with a good move. We'll have to research this with the engine. All right, now I guess we're going to push, take the space, and play, you know, what appears to be a normal-ish King's Indian with colors reversed sort of thing. He's got decent chances, though. Speaking of c4, c4 would be a great break if I can get it in. Okay, guys, we got time for one more game after this. I'm going to take Stook's challenge. I think that's going to be it. We are tired. I've been up since 6:30 a.m. We have the day off tomorrow. I don't have the day off, but the stream is off, and we'll be back on Sunday with a simul. We do every Sunday. Queen e1, classic maneuver. So, I'm thinking here, you know, I mean, I don't have to commit to castling so early. Be inspired, c4. Very inspired. But I don't really feel like walking into an attack here. But we'll just wait. No. We'll just wait, and we won't castle into the attack. He can play f5 maybe. Then I'll take it. Play e5, then I play knight to d5. If he plays queen h4, okay, we'll wait and see. Knight g3, it's an ugly square for the knight, but it's playable. I think then we play c4. Maybe I ought to play b3 now. Then I play b5. It's a chess position. b4. b4 is always like a funny undermining plan. You know, that can happen in a Nimzo. Sometimes black plays like b5 when you have pawns on d5 and c4. Kashish really did that to me once. Just really messed me up. Yeah, I'm not castled here, so I'm fearless, virtually fearless. Virtual fearlessness. But no, we have to be careful, a little bit careful. But no. Yes, no. I want to take that pawn. Who is the Prickler? Is this just a new account? No, he has 7,000 games. Okay, he's legit. He's legit. We gotta be careful. There's this like really stupid troll who keeps creating new accounts and trying to be on my stream and play me, and he was very destructive. So it's nice to see when someone has 7,000 games. I know it's not said person. That's a lot. Yeah, actually, that's a lot. 400 rapid, you know, 1,700 bullet. No, he just gave me a pawn. I don't think he should do that. I mean, doesn't he have knight takes d4 here? There's some interesting possibilities. Knight takes d4, c takes d4, rook takes f5. Some chances to mix it up. But this way looks kind of like he's just down a pawn. I mean, yeah, he has some chances, and yeah, he has some backward pressure here on this file, but you know, I feel like that's not really worth quite a pawn. Been kind of materialistic today. It's been a materialistic day, Arsenal fan. Right, knight takes d4. It was unclear, but I think it was okay for me as well. I mean, castling will become an option. Will become an option. All right. I guess I won't be castling queenside. That much is clear. He's not really a bullet player. I mean, 1680. Wow, bishop h4. That's a freaky move. It leaves e3 wide open. I mean, it's not that freaky. It's just a funny position, but it's a logical place, actually. The bishop there is secure. But he is leaving this wide open, which is going to close the door to the e-file and limit his threats to a great degree. Luckily, f7 is protected. Also threatening to trap a piece with g5. There's queen d5. I've been trying to play queen d5 for quite a few moves. But g5 looks like our main plan. It might just win a piece. Pieces are good. We have this incidental threat over here. So like rook f2, g5. He's got to find something. Or he's done. Prefer white now, of course. So Nepo played bishop c1 in 2011. Yeah, interesting move. Interesting move, man. I'm not surprised. But as I said, speaking of the last game, I don't think that that is a critical continuation, what you did there, actually. There are many good options, and that's not one of the best ones. It's okay for white, but not the best. But Nepo is a great player. You know, he doesn't necessarily need to find the best move, right? Welcome to the H file. Ooh. King f1. Good choice. No. Okay, we're just winning. Winning a rook. Oh my god, my queen's hanging. What? What? He almost got me. My queen's hanging. He snuck that in. Who trades queens when they're about to lose? No, he had nowhere to go. Okay, still last game for today, guys. Sorry I can't take more challenges. It's been a very taxing day. Yeah, I mean, but the way... Oh, well, interactive chess, your move order is not good. It's as I said, I mean, you can equalize, but you're letting me get away with that opening by playing bishop e2. It's not... Are you kidding me? Another closed Sicilian? Come on, guys. Wake it up. No more closed Sicilian. The so-called Tal gambit with d5. This is just a good gambit. I mean, it shouldn't even be called a gambit. People used to play queen takes d5. I actually lost a game in this line to a Malaysian guy. Long time ago, 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago, but I underestimated that guy. I mean, I thought, okay, anyone who plays this is stupid for white, but it's not so bad. Actually, knight f3, just giving the pawn back, okay? That might not be so bad. That's literally like one of white's best moves. Check. He ends up with the situation, I think strategically kind of questionable. A lot of things on dark squares. You know, technically that f4 pawn, sometimes you wish it wasn't there when you're playing the white side of this kind of position. But it's not that bad. Not that bad. So g6 or e6. g6. He can always play knight e5. Knight e5 at some point. Kind of annoying. g6, knight e5, take, bishop g7. Alright, let's do that. Well, Turkey Farm. We had a game earlier like that in Chess 960 against Arsenal fan. But yeah, he can't possibly weaken his dark squares anymore. They already, you know, are pretty open. I don't think b3. The turkeys were here today for my estate sale, Turkey Farm. Ironically, in the morning they came by to visit. They checked it out. They were chewing on the bushes outside my house, like 3 turkeys. They like my yard because I don't manicure it, you know, and there's all these like acorns and like bushes that nobody really cleaned out that well. So they're cool. They're cool with my yard. Yeah, every pawn move creates weaknesses, precisely. Who was the best world chess champion in history? Interesting. Arsenal, how could you link these dubious sites? That's disgusting. Alright. Not a fan. But I'll let you, you know, I'll let you leave it there. It was, ugh. No sense comparing and trying to say which world champion is the best. It seems ridiculous. Ugh, forums. Oh my god. Chess forums? Are you kidding? Ugh. I'd rather like stick needles in my eyes than read chess forums. Or any forums for that matter. Online forums? Oh my god. Painful at best. I'm tempted to sack piece here. We get 3 pawns. 3 pawns for piece. Pepelu went live. We can raid infinite. I want to call him infinite. Interactive chess or Pepelu. We want to sack piece if we're getting fancy. Let's not get fancy. Okay, knight takes c3, b takes c3, bishop takes c3, rook a2, queen takes d3. That's a little bit dodgy. And I'm getting tired, and I start getting lazy when I start getting tired. You know, it's just not necessary to sacrifice a piece here. This is just like sacking a piece just to be fancy, you know? That's what I start doing. You start doing crazy stuff like that when you're tired. And that's why you shouldn't play, let's say, don't keep playing Blitz, you know, when you've played for like 8 hours straight. I know Arsenal fan and others, I'm sure, do this as I have in the past, but, you know, I mean, at some point you gotta learn to stop, and you're just gonna, it's just a point of diminishing returns. Okay, Stuk just freaked out and played c4 for no reason. He was doing fine. Knight takes c5, knight takes c5, pawn takes e5, rook takes e5, rook e5, bishop e5. It's still okay for white, but this is terrible. Just terrible. He's just losing a pawn. I don't know why he did that. I mean, man, just take. F takes e, knight takes e5, knight takes e5, and then I don't know, rook takes e5 maybe, bishop takes e5. Rook e5, rook e5, bishop e5, maybe bishop g5. And I think I stopped at about like that position and thought, okay, I'm slightly better, but it's not the end of the world. But now he just freaked out. You got to know when to stop when you're playing anything. Like if you start playing badly or get tired, I recommend like playing for training purposes, and once you start to see your results slightly decline, I mean, that's a good time to stop and, you know, study a book, or if you find a reliable source, watch a, you know, online video or something like that. When you start to get a little tired, but you can still concentrate to some degree, that's a good time to start study or read, you know. But don't continue to try to play when you're just tired. I think that's silly. And then you just get angry and go on tilt and lose all your rating points or whatever. I know it because I've been there, you know, but I know how to control myself. Yeah, Blake Arsenal. Sorry, Gormully Fan Club. 20 games of Blitz a day, man. I mean, that's plenty. That's like really plenty. All right, that's it, guys. He dropped a piece to f5. He fell apart. But last thing, just wanted to see the opening, right? Was it this game? Yeah. Oh no, the last game I want to see. Sorry. Let me see my last game, okay? Because I want to check the opening of the last game. You know, where he played d3 in the Grand Prix attack. I didn't stop because we had another challenger, but this is kind of interesting. If we go back there, because you don't see that move every day, like d3 here. So not surprisingly, two British players, Tony Costa and Harriet Hunt, guilty of playing this line for white. It's a famous English line. d3. Okay, so if you take this position, look, e5, this is Plaskett, and that's the English. I call it the British approach. We'll call it the British approach. Okay, the American approach is to take here, Larry Christensen, 1999. But we can say that this is something else, d3, and I couldn't think of a good move here. It's funny. So I thought for 2 minutes and played the second most common move, bishop d7. And most people played a6, but I'm curious what the engine says, because I don't think either of these moves is all that constructive. d4 has something going for it. d4 would take away c3, then I would have to retreat back to a3. And I don't really get a6. What's so great about it? It's good to know, though. It's just good to know that this is a real position for the future. It's a rarely see d3. It's quite a reasonable move. So I think that this is a good point to stop. Guys, we're out of here. So Sunday we're going to be doing the simul. It's 25 players, 5:30 p.m. on Sunday. Thanks everybody for joining me, for supporting the stream. Jim, Mr. Coffee, Asterbait. Asterbait made another donation to go up to 987. Sorry, 887. I need to get some rest from my eyes. Anyway, the entire list reads out: Blubix, Dragon B, Warnaki, WJ Loof, HTFP Merle, and Move 11. HTFP with 2 more bits. Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry I can't take any more challenges. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. So we're going to be back on Sunday. More articles. All right. I will check you guys later. Have a great one. Thanks, Mr. Coffee, for all you've done to mod the channel. And we'll see you guys a little bit later. So wish me luck with the continued estate sale. I'll be done the next time you see me. Bye-bye.